not see it. I'm a lawyer, and I used to think that my professionalism would speak for itself. Here's my work, you have eyes, you can read it. But over time I realized that's not necessarily the case, especially when you're speaking to people with a different profession, like surgeon. I remember advising my client on a legal contract, and I said something like, in order to protect the interests of your company, we must prohibit the other party from parting with the power, custody, and possession of any and all information disclosed under or arising out of this agreement, unless otherwise consented to in writing by your company in advance. My client was like, wow, Hannah, I understand each and every word. So what do you mean? See, your professional knowledge or ability can be 100%, but if you can only communicate 20% of it, people are going to see you as 20% as good as you actually are. It's like having a 5G smartphone but using a 2G data plan. You can have your iPhone 16 Pro Max, but no matter how fast it can be, it will still appear to be extremely slow because you don't have enough bandwidth to support the flow of data. And isn't it a waste of your talents? A waste of all the hard work that you put into over the years? Think about the opportunities, all the changes that you can make, if only you can show the remaining 80% of your abilities. That's the why. That's why you should learn public speaking, not just English, not just confidence, but public speaking. Now let's move to the how. Have you ever listened to a speech, and after the whole speech, you would be like, wait, so what did he want to say? 他到底在讲什么? Why would this happen? This happens when the speaker doesn't stay focused on his purpose of speaking. Ask yourself, why am I speaking? What do I want to achieve? If you don't stay focused, you're going to lose your audience focus. I lose my focus, I'm sorry. Perhaps you may think, what's so difficult about it? I completed my Pathway Level 1 project to writing a speech with purpose. I have a purpose statement. I know what I'm saying. But actually, having a very clear purpose is more difficult than you think. People pay speaking coaches just to make it clear what they're actually saying, what they actually want to achieve. And it's even more difficult to stay focused throughout the whole process, from crafting to revising to actually delivering the speech. You have to make sure every word, every sentence, every story is there for achieving your purpose. And if you don't do that, and very often we see speakers, they have multiple purposes in one speech. Or they get carried away by different ideas that don't actually support their purpose. So, if you want to be a great speaker, if you want to give an impactful speech, you must stay focused. But the next question is, how do you learn to do that? How?
Practice.
Practice.
Hang on.
Practice with a way. How do you practice?
Record. Start to do it.
Actually, Jamie and Nelson already gave you the answer. Pathways.
Oh.
Read and follow the Pathway project manuals. Raise every time you give a speech. Most of you don't, right? Now, if you ask me, well, can I become a world-class speaker or win a speech contest just by reading the manuals? The answer is no. No. 不要跟总会讲是我讲。But after all, you only paid $20 for one whole pathway with so many projects. What do you expect? But still, you need to read and follow the manuals. Why? Because the manuals give you a framework. Purpose statement, structure, storytelling, body language, vocal variety, giving and receiving feedbacks. They help you build a strong foundation, knowing the elements of a good speech. That's why. And more importantly, and I think many members do not realize, is that reading and following the manuals is the training itself. It trains your ability to understand and execute your tasks. What are the objectives of this project? How do I achieve them? The good thing is the manuals already give you a purpose. All you have to do is to stay focused. If your project is about body language, focus on doing it well this time. Don't fall into the trap of wanting to achieve everything at a time when you are only practicing. And yes, so read and follow the project manuals, and by repeating this process, gradually you will learn to stay focused on the purpose. So this is why, how, now what? You know why you should learn public speaking, how you should learn public speaking, how you learn public speaking, now what? Do you know what this is? I'll give you a hint, Olympics.
射击啊。
The 51-year-old Turkish shooter who went viral on the internet because of his post. Everyone is a shooter in life. You aim at targets. You want to hit the targets. But do you know when you're going to miss a target?
You're not fast enough.
It's when you don't shoot. See, we often see members joining Toastmasters, paying the membership fee, but after 3 months, 6 months, they don't give any speeches. We don't even know that. You know? They may say, oh, I'm not ready, I don't have stories to tell. I'm not as good as you, I need to practice my English first. But the problem is, if you don't shoot, you're never going to hit the target. Yes. I want to say, I understand how you feel. Because if you ask me, did I feel ready when I joined a speech contest and compete with the best speakers in the world? I'll tell you, I was not afraid. I was terrified. If I screwed up, I'm going to embarrass myself in front of thousands of people from all around the world. I was afraid. I'm still nervous now when I speak on the stage. So I understand how it feels because we all want to feel safe. We are afraid of making mistakes. We are afraid that we're not good enough. But here's the truth. If you shoot, you may or may not hit the target. But if you don't shoot, 100% you're going to miss it. And if you're going to miss it anyway, why don't you just shoot? Yes. See, I can share with you all the speaking techniques I know. You can memorize the 3,000 most commonly used English vocabularies. But what's the point You will never be that good if you don't start speaking. So if there's one thing that you can take away from me today, I want you to shoot and give the speeches. Back to you.
Thank you, everyone. This person is from